Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. His first carry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level. And now you've got a big place to run the football.
Darren Lee there to get him down.
Lee on the tackle.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now it's Hines. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. Naeem Hines. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
Mason Crosby.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw, Mayfield. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown.
Complete.
A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Mayfield on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
First down Bears.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the counter, Hunt. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Mayfield looks to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 20-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Hines. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
The ball carrier. Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Packers 7, Bears nothing.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Hines. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
He may try and run for this. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
That is incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 4.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Jacob Hollister.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
On the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Mayfield to throw it. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
But it's 4th down.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A carry here for Hunt. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Hunt. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run with Hunt. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off down at the 2. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-0.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wound.
Odell Beckham Jr. Touchdown, Chicago.
Number 13.
Odell Beckham, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears cut into that lead. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. A final shot before half for Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Their own 37-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They run again with Hines. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now this time, Murray to throw it. And that is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Murray and company going for it on 4th. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Kyler Murray, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6.
Packers 28. Bears 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now it's Patterson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And some room to maneuver. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 35-yard line. A big run by Kareem Hunt, 42 yards. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run, shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's St. Brown on the jet sweep. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Equanimous St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears get a bit closer. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for
Now
Chicago.
after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That's the end of the third.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll try the left side. It's Hines, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
50-yard line.
That QB's traps. Let's go. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he is all the way up past the 25. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Following the interception, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, but the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bears well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Bears on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
A gain of 15. First down, Chicago.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Mayfield down. And this is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. To throw, Mayfield. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. A first down throw for Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Complete.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield flushed out right. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he fires one, but incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Coverage by Keanu Neal.
Indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First down,
Mayfield with it once more. It's caught. It's Miller. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
And again, it's Mayfield. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Chase Claypool with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Complete.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He finds his target, Beckham. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Bears.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Mayfield's pass intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them.
Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and this is picked up by the Bears. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score, Packers.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Packers, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.